up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is Effortless Reactions. I am reacting to episode 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If you have not seen my reaction to episode 1, a link is down below. I also did do a reaction to the full season of WandaVision with my buddy Dave, who will be doing some of the other episodes, actually the rest of the episodes of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But if you have not seen our reaction, the link is down below. Anyway, let's get into The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
It feels like it belongs to someone else.
So, when we start off the first episode, and I will review the first episode getting into the second episode, quick little review. It was great. To be honest, it was so many things that I think were missing from WandaVision. I thought that it was just so much more believable, and I don't mean that just because it's in modern times and stuff like that, but I felt like WandaVision really, it started off a little slow, but once it got going a lot, and then it tried to have sort of reveals, Easter eggs and stuff like that. I really feel like this first episode really focused on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's in its own universe, and they reference the snap, they reference all of that, but it just seemed more believable. The plot, the stories, the characters. Sam Wilson's sister, when she was arguing with Sam Wilson, I mean, those arguments seem very real. It reminds me of, I got older siblings. It reminds me of growing up, in the same house, getting into these arguments where you've had these arguments for a long time, and then you mention one thing, somebody's like, oh, here we go again, just like that time, blah, 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 and then boom, you're arguing. That's how it seemed. It seemed very realistic. And I will say the kids, her children, I gotta find out what her name is, but her children seemed like kids, seemed more realistic than Wanda's kids. And I guess Wanda's kids weren't real, and they were sort of forwarded in time to sort of grow up fast. We just didn't get to really see them as actual kids. And there's a line in there where the mom says, all right, no video games, and she's like, the kid's like, sure, or something like that. And then as soon as they close the door, he's like, all right, 3, 2, all right, let's go. And then they run and play video games. That's such a kid. That's what me and my brothers used to do, It seemed very realistic. The way they were talking with each other seemed not Hollywood. It seemed like the way siblings talk to each other when they're in private and nobody is listening. I thought that was really cool. And then Bucky's story, he's like a fish out of water, except he has a lot of guilt. But we get a flashback of the Winter Soldier doing his work, and although it looks badass, there's some real guilt that gets involved with that after Bucky, turns good, and now he's just dealing with living in the real world, not going from battle to battle, living with the guilt. It's very good. I very much recommend it, and this is the kind of show that I would recommend to people that don't watch superhero shows. I couldn't do that with WandaVision because you're just probably not going to be into it, but I think this show is going to capture a much wider audience, and I do like the down-to-earth, toned-down realisticness of this show. But we're going to get into episode 2. This is going to be my reaction. I will have a video of the show in a little box down here. But it's not going to be perfect with the video and audio, because if I made it perfect, then Disney would take it down. So you'll have something to show that where I'm at and to hear where I'm at. So let's get into The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And play.
You, Captain America.
Alright, yep, this is where we left off. And I love how he gives that douchey wink yeah, I'm your new daddy. What's up? Oh shit. Is this Zemu? We haven't seen him. I wonder if... By the way, I will be snacking on corn nuts. I'm sure that's not loud. I think this is the new Captain America guy.
Reliving the glory days.
From this part down, he looks like him. So I guess Meghan Markle is his girlfriend? No, I'm kidding. Joking. She kind of does have a similar complexion as her.
Something.
What's funny? He's got a similar...
You're up.
Copy that.
Good morning. Good morning, America. Good morning.
Seems like he's got a similar story to Steve Rogers.
John, Captain...
where he's kind of nervous about...
And that's the way you feel, John.
About wanting to be Captain America.
Can you believe this?
I know, right? 2 weeks ago, we're prepping the team for a special ops mission in Chile, and now this.
Don't get me wrong, this has been great. It's been great, but it's been a lot of handshakes, a lot of suits, a lot of speeches and senator meetings. I just want to do the job.
Yeah, he almost sounds like Steve Rogers. He wants to get in there. Yeah, and everybody's like, no, this is more important.
Star Spangled Man with a plan and all that.
And it is really nicely choreographed, I gotta say, too. The color palette's really nice. The blue.
Captain America!
What? You're new Captain America.
The government did a study of your body at MIT, and you tested off the charts in every measurable category.
Wow.
Endurance.
Yeah, give him the shield. He's ready.
I'm not. I got big shoes to fill.
Did you know Steve Rogers?
Well,
He's like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Like McGregor. No.
So you've always
I gotta say, his answers are perfect. Like for TV,
that what I was
he's
doing
giving.
would make people feel safe. Steve Rogers was the kind of guy who could do that.
I'm like, I'm all in. USA.
Even though I never met him. Feels like a brother.
Feels like a brother. This guy's like, I will fucking kill you. And this guy's really, he looks more conflicted.
Seems like a good
You
guy.
know.
Bucky, talk to me. What's going on?
Found the hostage. You okay?
I feel like, be careful. Like, is this? Oh shit! Oh my god! Wow, she looked kind of like a cute little girl at first, and then she's like, and then kicks. Oh my! And she's also on steroids. This is what would happen if Antifa got a hold of some super serum. This is what they'd be doing. Oh no! That's hilarious. I always wanted to do that. No. Wow, who's that? He's all happy. He's like, nice. He's like, I'm doing it. I'm really doing it.
Sam, John Walker, Captain America. Lamar Hoskins. Looks like you guys could use some help.
Looks like you guys can use. Oh man. Come on, show them how it's done, Bucky and Sam.
I'm not trying to be Steve. I'm not trying to replace Steve.
You kind of are though.
I'm just
But
trying to be the best Captain America I can be. That's it.
actually, that's true. He is trying to be Captain America, not
It'd be a
Steve.
whole lot easier if I had Cap's wingman on my side.
It's always that last line.
What's the problem with that? He wants help from somebody to. So it's not like he's asking him for money. I mean, come on. Not like he's like, so I'm gonna need 10,000. Then, okay, yeah, that last line, but he's really just asking to team up to. Whoa, that guy's huge. Who's that guy? Okay, so these are the Antifa folks, or the flag stompers, or whatever.
You think you can wake up one day and decide who you want to be? It doesn't work like that. Well, maybe it does for folks like you.
Damn.
Isaiah, the reason we're here is because there's more of you and me out there,
You and me.
and we need to know how.
I'm not gonna talk about it anymore.
Damn. You got that old man strength. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's some super serum mixed with that old man strength. He looks like
You know what they did
he could
to me
throw a right hook and knock
for
your
being
ass
a
out.
hero? They put my ass in jail for 30 years.
Wow.
I asked you a question, Bucky.
I know.
Steve didn't know about him?
He didn't. I didn't tell him.
So you're telling me that
He's
there was
not
a black
racist.
super
He didn't
soldier
know.
decades ago and nobody knew about it?
We're gonna go see Zemo.
Oh shit. I like the music choice. Yeah. Almost like Magneto right there. Wow. I wish they showed them two actually meeting him, but they're about to interrogate him. Okay, so that is the end of the second episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I minimized the screen. If there is a clip at the very end of the episode, I'll pull it back up. I'll hear it on my phone and then I'll pull it back up. But let's review the show a little bit. Good episode. I would say I like the first part, the first half, probably a little bit better. Excuse me. I think maybe because there was more action. I did like the whole episode, but one thing that I feel like it was a little bit too drawn out was the conflict between Sam Wilson and Bucky. I understand why there would be a conflict, but after a while, it's just like they're repeating the same thing, and it's just like, okay, come on, It was cool when they sort of mended their relationship in the last 5 minutes. Or not even mended, but just kind of like, all right, we're going to work together, and then if we don't ever want to see each other, that's fine too. Which I don't want to say I understand why it has to be like that. Sometimes it is like that in the real world, so I understand, and that's kind of realistic. But they started working together, and then the show sort of went from their conflict to the conflict between them two and Walker and his partner, the U.S. agent, and the other guy, which I actually kind of like that a little bit better. And that's one sort of criticism I would say about this episode is I wish they focused on that a little bit more than do the drawn out, fight between them two. In the beginning, it was fine, but okay, now that they're working together, now that they're getting into gun battles with each other, they need to, immediately be working together. I guess that therapy session was a little bit earlier because it makes less sense now that they're like so heated and shit. And I do this because it's like, come on, why do they have to say it like that? But that's Hollywood, I guess. I don't know. But no, it was a good episode, and I do really like the character of Johnny Walker. I think he's actually pretty likable. I understand, like I said, why there would be a conflict between them and Bucky and Sam Wilson, but they're supposedly on the same side, unless he turns out to be working with Hydra or something. And I haven't read the comics. I don't know if that's like obvious or something like that, or he turns out to be a robot or something. I don't know, but obviously I'll take it all back. But if everything checks out, he should be, he seems to want to work with them because he knows that those two guys, Bucky and Sam Wilson, are good at what they do. And Bucky and Sam Wilson seem like the jaded, older people that are like, no, I don't want to work with this new guy. It kind of seems like that, I must say. But I understand their sort of loyalty with Steve Rogers, so it's going to be very interesting to see how they sort of recruit Zemu. And are they going to use him the way when the FBI needs to catch one serial killer, they go to the prison and they consult with another crazy guy to find, are they going to do something like that? Very interested to see. I'm going to upload this. This is recorded on Friday. I'm going to watch the third episode tomorrow with my friend Dave, and I will upload that probably on Sunday. So if you subscribe or you hit like or favorite this and you come back to it, you will see the third episode and you can watch my reaction to that. So anyway, subscribe.